Hey, what's up, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com, and welcome to Week 8 NFL Joes versus Pros. It is late Friday afternoon, early evening on, again, Friday, and we've talked to a couple of the books, and right from the desert, we have got the Joes versus Pros games. We're also going to tell you not only where they're different, not only where they're battling it out against each other, but also where they are in agreement. This is something we used to do for several years on ESPN with Darren Oka and Mel Kiper, and then on Sundays with Kevin Winter, usually about a half hour before the games kicked off. A couple of you jumped onto my Twitter account and said, how about bringing that back? So here we are. We're bringing it back. Second week we've done it. We're going to do it throughout the rest of the NFL season. Also, a quick note, if you're watching this before 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, you can still get my 8-star in college football. And then I've got 2 more plays going in Sunday's NFL, led by a 5-star, all on my homepage, exclusively at DocSports.com. Let's get to it. Going to read it from top to bottom. The Jets at the Bengals. We got sharp money and public money on Cincy, about 70% of the tickets from the public on the Bengals. And this is one where I don't agree with the public or the sharps. I don't like the Bengals on this spot. 49ers at Houston, announced or confirmed on Friday, did the Niners that Brock Purdy will not play in this week's game. That Houston line went up a tad right away, as did the total. Sharp action coming in on Houston on Friday late afternoon. San Francisco getting some public love, but not quite a Joes versus Pros. The Bears are at the Ravens, and we all know by now that Lamar Jackson is likely to suit up. That line went up from 6.5 up to 7 when the news was announced, and this is a legitimate Joes versus Pros game. The Bears are getting 57% of the tickets, or the public action. The Ravens getting 66% of the money late Friday afternoon, early evening. I agree with the sharps on this one. I think this is a good spot to back Baltimore to get back on track. Next up, we've got the Dolphins at the Falcons. Atlanta getting all the action from both the sharps and the public. Big from the Joes and Pros with tickets and respected money, both on the Atlanta Falcons. And this one, complete pass for me, not going to be involved in this game at all. Bills and the Panthers, big time agreement from the Joes and Pros on this one also. Over 70% of the tickets and the money on Buffalo. And you know there's going to be a whole lot of teaser tickets with the Buffalo Bills as one of those sides on those teaser tickets. I like them on a teaser, by the way, with Baltimore. Giants and the Eagles. This one is split right down the middle for the most part. 50% of the tickets and money split between the Giants and Eagles. The game is a pass for me. The Browns at New England. We got 56% of the money on New England and 63% of the tickets. Agreement here again between the Joes and Pros. Those Pats are going to be another team that's going to be featured on some teaser tickets. Not as much as the Bills and the Ravens will be, but they'll be part of a big teaser card going on all over the place this weekend in the NFL. Buccaneers at the Saints. Joes versus Pros in this one. 67% of the tickets, or basically the public, are on Tampa Bay. But the Pros are hitting New Orleans, roughly 57% of the money coming in on New Orleans, and this is a pass for me. Titans at the Colts. Despite the 2 touchdowns and higher line this week, the Colts are getting both public and sharp money. The Joes and Pros are both over 55% on Indianapolis. Cowboys and Broncos. Dallas has been both the public and the sharp side this week, around 60% of each. Did you know Denver, by the way, is 8-0 at home with Knicks as quarterback? That's what everybody's been talking about on Friday. Yet Dallas is getting both public and sharp money as we speak. Last week was the first spread loss at home for Denver when they rattled off 33 points in one quarter. Not enough. Didn't get started enough for us to cash that Broncos ticket. Packers at the Steelers. The bettors in all walks of life were on the Steelers. Nobody can get past that Mike Tomlin home dog record of 21-7-3 against the spread. And really, this Green Bay defense hasn't looked all that hot in a while. Monday Night Football. Commanders at Kansas City. The Joes and Pros in agreement. Over 60% of the tickets and the money on Kansas City. I don't believe the public will back off the favorite on Monday night, but you might see some sharp money coming back the other way, possibly before Monday's kickoff. All right, so there's your Joes versus Pros, and repeating the Joes versus Pros this week, you've got the Bears getting 57% of the tickets at Baltimore, while the Ravens are the play for the sharp money, 66% of the Pros. The Buccaneers getting 67% of the tickets, yet the Saints at home getting 57% of the money, signaling the public on Tampa and the Pros on New Orleans. And the biggest agreement that I see late afternoon Friday out here in the desert, early evening, are the Bills getting over 70% of both the tickets and the money against the Carolina Panthers. All right, let's get to our comp play for this weekend on Sunday. The Niners and Houston doing battle in Houston. And as we speak, the Houston Texans are laying 2 in this spot. The total sitting at 42, both the side and the total went up about a half a point or so right after Brock Purdy was announced that, or was at least confirmed that he's not going to play in this game. So we saw that line go up a little bit. I like the under here, everybody. Houston's offense has been sluggish, uninspiring since midway point of last year, 2024. They're second to last in third down conversion rate. They're 23rd of 75. That's under 31% in third down conversion rate. They had one huge performance, and that was against the Baltimore defense when everything was a mess in Baltimore and they were really banged up. Houston went 7 of 12 on third downs. You take that out of the mix, and the rest of the season, Houston is 16 of 63, 25% in third down conversion rate. And then the Niners offense is third worst in yards per point. And then we have 2 of the top 5 stop units in yards per point defense. I don't see either offense really cooking in this one. And I do believe the game is going to stay under that total of 41. So the comp play under 42, I should say, not 41, but under 42 will go down to 41. The under between the Niners and the Texans, the comp play. That is it for the Joes versus Pros for week 8 in the NFL. I do appreciate those of you who send over those suggestions about videos, and we do look to oblige. All right. And anyway, best of luck this weekend. You can find all my plays on my homepage over at DocSports.com. Do appreciate you watching. Click on that like button, on that thumbs up button if you like these videos, and also be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anybody's videos all weekend long. I've got more football, top 5 college countdown. I've got Bama, South Carolina. And so, yeah, check them all out if you want to jump on board. And also, of course, on my homepage, DocSports.com. Take care, everybody. Best of luck. We'll be back Sunday night. Scott and Scott Show.